The challenge awaits. Arthur, we might need your advice. And this is about walking over water on the stepping stones of faith. Let's walk.
Hey, who's the architect who built this bridge? This place is like the Winchester Mystery Pyramid.
Okay, we took one step. And we can take one step back, it looks like. Okay. And now we're at the end, it would seem. And is that our destination over there? There was a time I really wanted to visit the Winchester house. Okay, let's head back. So the fact that we can take one step is what I find the most suspicious. And a gigantic cow is mooing behind us.
Very clever, Grasshopper.
I guess it's not exactly that.
This is a pretty elaborate contraption. The Maya were amazingly advanced, but I never would have imagined this level of mechanical engineering. From the sound of it, there's a water wheel down below that's driving this whole mechanism. That tells me that there must have been a particular season for these priesthood initiation trials. Part of the reason the rain god was so important to the Maya was that the Yucatan was susceptible to drought. If we'd arrived a few months later, there would have been little more than a trickle to drive these platforms.
Fine observation, Arthur. Okay, so we can turn left and right. And there's a little bit of video that gets us into this. And apparently everything stops when we merely turn our head. Yeah, and so then it becomes just a repeating video. So is this just about timing? Or is it just about going for it? It's not even about timing. Well, I'll start out by trying to hit forward right as these platforms line up. Yeah, I'm not sure how much timing mattered there. And now the camera's getting even wonkier. Only the penitent one shall pass. We did it. Or did we? Does that mean we're through? It looks like we're through. This is fun. It reminds me of those scary swing rides and carnivals. Alright, do we have to go back across again or something like that? Or can we just proceed? Heck, Steve, says Lexi. Look, it's another Stepping Stones place. Let's look around in case there's like a ping pong ball sitting here that we need to do anything in some other area.
Can you please just not do something right for once?
This looks familiar.
He's pretty. That would be Tlaloc, the rain god.
Ah, there he is. Another stone. This one's long. Oh, a pyramid of 9 whatevers or something. Limestone. Okay. No, wrong. What's our last save again? B13? Let's hit it there again. I'd say the Aztec challenge feels the most like a challenge in this game. So we can either jump out of this place, or we can make our way back. Wow, zip mode. That's right, so the video plays for a moment. I see, they do swing at different radiuses, at different angles as you get further across. But we don't get any walking animations between segments of the bridge. Can't imagine why. And, oh, I see, no animations at all there. That must have been something very technical. Not even an animation for the door opening. Are we just done with animations now? Is that what it is? If so, then we should be able to zip right across these blocks on the way back. Nah, we're back in animation land. Excuse me. Okay. Well, you know where this leaves us. Our good old triangle-mouthed friend. Oh. Well, now it becomes clear. It's triangle mouths because all the other blocks fit here, don't they? Yeah, Obsidian 1 is the narrowest. And limestone is too wide. Jade is next. Yep. Limestone. Alright, Aztec Trials. We are Gage Blackwood. I demand you let us through. Uh-oh, the animations are gone again. What's going on here? Is it gonna be scary? Doesn't matter which order you put there, they go in the right spot. Oh, interesting bit of trivia. Okay, well, we can walk here. I can't even tell exactly what this is, because I can't view it at an angle. The last trial is the first sacrifice. Does that mean we just die? Let's find out. Still unclear to me what exactly is happening here.
The top of this bridge seems to be a sharpened obsidian blade. Talk about walking gingerly. If one leg slipped off, you'd be beside yourself. I said, beside yourself. Forget it.
Timing, Arthur. Careful with that bridge, may give you a splitting headache. It's just obsidian spikes. Apparently we still have the blocks. Can we use them? Can we use the metal bar? Can we walk back? It's a long obsidian edge. We have an obsidian block. Is that the only obsidian thing that we have? Like walking along a knife. Yeah, right. I mean, we are Gage Blackwood. You're on the edge of glory. Thank you. So is it just about not slipping, or is it about doing something, I wonder? It is unclear. Can we just wheel across it with the wheel assembly? Alright, let's give it a shot. Take it easy, Gage. Oh, we're just going all the way across this time. Nice job, Gage. I guess you took care of it for me. You owed us one.
I would imagine that when a supplicant reached this room, there would be a sacrifice victim tied to the altar, and the priest would all be arranged in a circle around the perimeter of the chamber. The only exit from these caverns seems to be through that passage on the other side. So if you pass the trial, they would pivot the bridge around to let you across. If not, well, I guess you're on your own, buddy. That explains some of the skeletons we found, trying to find their way out.
Okay. Also, their skulls were required to pass the trials themselves.
My. Snakes, snakes, and more snakes. These guys were really obsessed. Hate to be the guy who had to carve all those. He must have been sick of them by the end.
Arthur does voices too. That was like the gritty snake voice. Anachronism detected? Down here? No way. What are the odds? Alright, we got some red there. Let's scan the red. What does our evidence chip think that is? That artist must have been snakeful. Yes, very profound. Oh, what is this one again? Oh yeah, the broken glass. So did someone else come here and try to do all these trials too? Traces of synthetic blood. Were they trying to game the system? And there's no way around here. So, a sacrifice, I don't suppose this would be time for our preserved heart to shine, would it? Looks like we can dip it in the synthetic blood. Can we pump the blood? Do we need to create a sacrifice, as it were? Let's give it a shot. Do we need to relocate the evidence, or will it record it automatically? I guess we need to do it explicitly. Insufficient evidence, cause of temporal anachronism must be revealed before those are. We've seen that before. Let's have a look at this thing. What? A puzzle? You just need to have a heart. Yeah, imagine if we didn't find the heart. Ah, I'm so glad I didn't get us into that. All right, what have we got here? Oh boy. Well, this seems like the kind of thing our translation chip could help us with. Holy altar gives night. All right. There's a symbol that means Chichen Itza. That seems like... So we have... Is it noun, noun, verb, noun? The third panel seems to be all... Now there's a noun. But other than that, it's verbs and prepositions. So what about here? Okay. So they're just different possible words that would fit into the 4 slots in a 4-word sentence? Look, that means the.
I'm the.
So is this, what are we doing here, do we think? Do we think that we're doing like a summary of what the 4 trials were? Or is it about a lesson? Is it a mantra that we should have picked up somewhere along the way? Are we just going blind and trying to do something that sounds like it matches what we've done? Let's look at all the possible words. How many selections? Is it 7 selections for each word? So 4. If we're describing the trials, we might start with 4, because there were 4 of them. 4 trials. Let's check our other options quickly. 4 altar, 4 supplicants, 4 breath, 4 lords, 4 gods. There were 4 lords of the night, right? But there were also 4 trials. 4 4 trials gives ordainment. 4 trials gives ordainment. 4 trials from ordainment. 4 trials comes ordainment. Is there like a button to press when we're done? Is it the snake? It might be the snake, folks. 4 trials named or... If we press the snake and we're not exactly right, is the snake going to bite us in the face and kill us? 4 trials brings ordainment. 4 trials of ordainment. 4 trials honor ordainment. Could be from something comes something. But are the trials of ordainment? Okay, let's try the snake. Oh God, it does kill us. No way. Poison needles. At least Gage sounded a little more anguished that time. This is what you look like. I wonder if the correct solution is depicted here. Presumably not. Oh, and we even got stabbed through the left hand too. Okay. Let's test what Celtic was saying and put them in the wrong order. Oh yeah, and they were poisoned, that's why we died. We didn't just get stabbed through the hand. Yeah, you can put them in any order you want, that's good. And again, we get them all back. That's so convenient.
I would imagine that when a supplicant reached this room, there would be a sacrifice victim tied to the altar, and the priest would all be arranged in a circle around the perimeter of the chamber. The only exit from these caverns seems to be through that passage on the other side, so if you pass the trial, they would pivot the bridge around to let you across. If not, well, I guess you're on your own, buddy. That explains some of the skeletons we found, trying to find their way out.
Gotta collect evidence. Let's have another go. Arthur does have hints here too. Let's see. Boop. Altar gives night. From. Lords. Comes. From God comes night. God doesn't seem likely, what with all the gods around here. From vessel. From trials. That doesn't work because a plural doesn't conjugate that way. Let's hear some opinions, Lexi. No, from trials comes... I mean, 4 Lords of Night is one of them. We could try that. 4 Lords of Night? What do you say? I guess not. Ooh, we can get the same sequence again. How do we narrow this down? Thanks for reminding us, buddy. Okay. There's nowhere else we can go around here. This is gonna happen every time we look back. What do you think, Lexi? Is there a better way? Or is it just our best guess until we get it? Is putting this thing down an option? You'd think it would be an option. We don't have to press the snake. Lexi says I'm a guesser. Okay. What do you want to see? So we got knight, ordainment. What is that one? Mixlon? Is that a term we've ever heard? Itzamna. It starts with Itza, but I don't know what Itza even means now that I think of it. Underworld supplicants brings underworld. It could end with Chichen Itza. Ordainment seems possible. Itza me Mario. Yes, Tom. Why didn't I think of that? That's probably the answer. So if there are 7 words, holy, the, from, exalted, consecrated, for, underworld, holy. There are 8. Apparently these are octagons. So what do we got? 8 to the power of 3? No, 8 to the power of 4. 864, 256? No, 864, 512, 2048. No, 864, 512, 5... I'm not sure if I have that memorized that far. 4096, that's it. That's the number of combinations. We're not going to guess this. We're going to guess it educatedly, if at all. Otherwise, we are going to search for other clues elsewhere. Or we're going to ask Arthur for hints. But something tells me he's not just going to give us the answer. So we have to come up with something here. So I'm trying to remember what we read on the walls above. Right. It seems that would be the way. Just things like, one of them was like, you know, you have to pass the 4 lords of the night to do whatever. Another one is, what's his face only accepts whatever on sacred days, whatever, you know? What looks good? Pronouns are our downfall, I think, when we're communicating this way. It is sort of unique, though. That bunch of symbols, except it's not quite right. No, it's not grammatical. Holy trials brings ordainment. If this is plural, this can't be third person. Or third person singular, I guess. Seems like this has to be a verb, right? What would sacrifices be referred as? Sacrifices have been on my mind here. Because this is a room about sacrifice. There should be a sacrifice on the altar. The priests are all around there. Supplicant is a word that is commonly used for somebody who would undergo these trials, I believe. That's what Arthur was hinting at. The supplicants. So it can't be... What else do we have here? Breath, lords, god, realms, vessel. I've dismissed vessel, but if the sacrifice is one person... no, I'm not sure how that would work. Exalted vessel, a vessel, consecrated. That doesn't seem like something that's been hinted at. Were there words we didn't know? On the last one, there was Mictlan. Either we've heard that once, or we've never heard it, and I can't remember which. And there was Itzama. I think every other word on all three of these is familiar to us. Or Itzamna. They don't seem to be direct references to the Lords of the Night at all. No idea what Itzamna is. That's why I mentioned I didn't remember ever knowing what Itza alone meant. A vessel of Itzamna? Yeah, I tend not to think that these particles are going to be in them. Chichen Itza, a site in northern Yucatan, Mexico. Let's see if we can get a meaning, actually, from Wikipedia. The name Chichen Itza means at the mouth of the well of the Itza. This derives from Chi, meaning mouth or edge, and Itza is the name of an ethnic lineage group that gained political and economic dominance of the northern peninsula. One possible translation for Itza is enchanter or enchantment of the water, from Itz, sorcerer, and Ha, water. The name is spelled Chichen Itza in Spanish, and the accents are sometimes maintained in other languages to show that both parts of the name are stressed on their final syllable. Chichen Itza. Other references prefer the Maya orthography. Chichen Itza, pronounced Chichen Itza, the same, more or less. Oh. This form preserves the phonemic distinction between ch and chus. Okay, anyway. This isn't too relevant. Itzamna was the name of a god. Yeah. The ruler of heaven. A sacrifice is the something of Itzamna. What, holy breath named Itzama? Named or of? Okay, what about the rest? I just don't see the significance. It feels like it should be smacking us in the face. Like, we've done the trials, we should have some idea. It should fit what we're doing. This has never ever been mentioned. I think it's before the trials on the walls. I wonder if we could jump from the screen. Oh, I guess we could if we wanted to. Celtic, did you ready everything on the pyramid? I'm going to interpret that as read. Yes, and so far that's as much as I can think. That's what we were discussing. Katie, are you going to play for a bit longer? Hello, Katie. Literally, yes. By that I mean I'm not signing off at this very moment. Can we save and go back to the pyramid and then reload here? We could do, but just walking back here wouldn't be too much trouble at this point. Let's head back to the top of the pyramid. Those bits did seem the vaguest to me, and we do have the ability, so we might as well use it. Alright, what have we got? Libations must be made to the Lords of the Night. Libations. That must just mean offering. It can't mean libation. It can't mean beverage. Yeah, that just tells us how to get in. To each trial, I guess. A supplicant must prove his worth by passing the trials of the underworld, right? Only after passing the trials may the supplicant gain counsel with the gods to pay homage. Counsel with the gods to pay homage. Either that happens after the puzzle we're stuck on, or that is the puzzle we're stuck on. I mean, the trials in that sentence presumably is the trials. So after passing the trials, then a supplicant gains counsel with the gods. So counsel with the gods is either the sacrifice room, or it's what we achieve when we finish the sacrifice room. So counsel with the gods to pay homage, though, that wording that's the kind of thing I was hoping we'd find up here, you know? Like, could we have made a sentence about paying homage to the gods? God was a word. Itzamna is a god. There are no other specific gods referenced on the entire spinner, I think. And then what's the fourth? There isn't a fourth. That's all three of them. And then these, I think, are just about what to do in this room. Homage must be paid. Oh, there it is. Before the layman is allowed to touch the holy vessel of ordainment. Maybe that's the answer right there in plain English. Katie, we've done more hydrating during these 2 hours than is typically done on Earth. What do we think? Is that right? Is that the answer in plain English? I get it. Katie was scouting for a raid. You have safely arrived. It's time for the area below me to be populated with the plain English versions of many emotes. Look at them go. I have a policy of reading many of the comments that appear in my chat room out loud, So I think it's only fair that I honor that. Right K flower Missy, 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 Richt flower Missy, Racht flower Missy. I think that's a good option. I want to keep reading. And Yamara 1 LOL. This is the content I'm following for. It's important to have a sense of taste. Okay, so we've done all the reading there is. Oh, except for this. The holy... here we go. Above the entrance, the holy vessel contains the breath of Itzamna. The breath of Itzama, right? To touch the holy vessel is to become a vessel of the word of Itzamna. Oh god, there's so many options. So we have holy vessel of ordainment. Yes, thank you, Epic House. It's common on Twitch to say things like, oh, did I pronounce your name correctly? Correct me if I didn't, and I sympathize with all of that, so please feel free. And Smoog Boog, I did read all of your right K flower missies earlier. I hope you will accept that as a greeting. So we have, yes, Holy Vessel of Ordainment. We have Lords of the Night. Nope, but it is fine. Yes, thank you, Epic. Epic House. So what do we do? The holy vessel contains the breath of Itzamna. To touch the holy vessel... Let's just grab a screenshot of that English text. All right. Yoink. The ceramic bowl is only there to give to this dude. Yes, that would be the correct way, but most people just call me Epic anyways, yes. Well, I'm certainly a proponent of starting words with K that you would normally start with C. Partially because it does bother Doug. And by bother, I mean perhaps gently wear away at and simultaneously at least slightly amuse much of the time, but not all. It is refreshing, though, despite the clustering of nomenclature, to witness consistent usage of the shift and punctuation keys. Epic. So thank you. All right. How do we have all the treasures? The Aztecs wonder. We're doing a lot of time jumping here. We have advantages. We're doing deep time research. Go in. If anyone here actually doesn't want to know the secrets of this game because you ever want to play it or something, we are quite a ways into it, and I would utterly forgive you for shielding your eyes, averting your eyes and ears. Okay, so we have some possible combinations here. We still have our evidence, right? Yes, we have. Oh, we did lose our... Did we lose it? I think we did lose it. Yep, so we do have to reload our saved game. I appreciate the sentiment. I will be lurking. Lurk speed, epic. Yes, I would just play right through, but we'd have to go and collect another preserved heart, and that would be a little bit of a burden. Okay, so... Holy Vessel, Breath of Itzama. To touch the Holy Vessel is to become a vessel of the Word of Itzama. Holy Vessel of Ordainment is just what this is. Maybe. Maybe this is the vessel. To touch the Holy Vessel is to become a vessel of the Word. Come on, translator. Is word an option here? We need to start choosing our words here. Word isn't there, but vessel is there. Holy Vessel. Is capitalized in the translation. I don't know if that would suffice. Itzamna. So we have seen Itzamna. All right, should we try it? Let's try it. Nope, apparently not. I don't know if it will ever lose its impact. It's good music. The Breath of Itzama. Holy Vessel of Ordainment. What's difficult here is it's difficult to get a beat on whether I'm overthinking this or not. Sometimes I feel like I'm given to deduce something in a clever way that I'll need to work out, and then it turns out that the answer was just to pick one of several quotes that happened to show up in plain text and regurgitate them. And so I'm wondering if that's what's going to turn out to happen here. Katie says, I like Lal's and Steve's vibes always. Does that mean you like all of our vibes? Or does that mean we only have one vibe that you like? And we can't escape exuding it? Does it mean that you think we both play the vibraphone? I wouldn't blame you for liking vibraphones. I wouldn't blame anyone for that. Well, your various vibes. Various Vibes. That's a good album name, too. Okay, let's just try this. Holy Vessel of Ordainment. It's the first thing that we saw in the text. Gage, you're too important to die this way this many times. The Word of Itzamna. Am I going to like this when I discover what the answer is? Is word an option? No, word isn't an option. Goodness gracious, great. Okay, what about breath? Breath is one, right? The Holy Vessel contains the breath of Itzamna. The Holy Vessel contains the breath of Itzamna. I guess, look, there's the breath of Itzamna.
Hey, that's an Environ cartridge, isn't it? And it's loose. It hasn't been incorporated into the artifact like in the other time zones. You should take it. Maybe it'll provide us with some information. Oh, sorry. This one's on the house.
Can we scan this, or was it automatically recorded? We can't scan the blood anymore, apparently. Yeah, thank you. So we can take it. Environ cartridge. It wasn't incorporated with the artifact like in the other time zones. Good point, Arthur. We can take it. This is an unlabeled Environ cartridge. It will play in any high-res Environ system. Well, well, well. Doesn't that mean that we can play it at home? And it was hidden in the one place that we had to work our way through all the other places to get to, wasn't it? We needed the coin from Gaillard, we needed the water from Farnstein's lab, we needed the arrow from Gaillard. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So this seems to have been done quite deliberately. What's sad, though, is that we can't get out the other way. Can we? Are we going to be allowed? We can't walk around this table? That's a little disappointing. All right. I am guessing that something will be revealed here when we get home. Let's go home. Let's go home. Pacific Northwest. Pacific Northwest. I don't know what you want anymore. Please tell me there's an Environ system in our entertainment area. All this adventuring and we never got any batteries for our remote. In you go. In there. Go on in. Go on in. Go on in right there. The Radio Shack must have been closed. Environ or all set. That's right, that's where we learned about the case and stuff. This version of the game doesn't have that stuff saved, so I sure hope it doesn't affect stuff. I don't see how it would. Oh. Is that where I should have put it in? Suddenly all my cares have been washed away by this savannah desert. This is so much better than time traveling to these places in real life. Why would you do that when you can watch them on TV? Ah, yes, a soothing waterfall. You can practically hear the ripples you can't hear because you're not really there. Like you are when you're working for a temporal agency that takes you there. Are we kind of underwater and like this is the water level and this is beneath the water? Ah, more waterfalls. Is this Niagara Falls? No, it doesn't seem like the water goes all the way around like it does at Niagara Falls. Shh, you're interrupting the sound of the waterfall. Sorry. I mean, it's just 3 places. Lexi, wake up. We're still gaming here. It's important. Yeah. You can't rock out to this stuff. Celtic, I suspected it might be. That's why I saved just before I walked in here. But thank you for endorsing. Thank you for affirming my life choices. Well, yeah, if it is indeed a good spot to save, I think we'd better do a quick review of our alien friends. gaming.
I&M will return after a word from our sponsor.
Then we have to watch all the sponsor messages and stuff.
Peinture fraîche.
Wait, were the alien databases on our files biochip?
Sasta Gorsh.
The heads of ministry will...
Okay, thanks, bud. Let's see if we can check. No, that's all we have here. It's important to be quick on the draw when you're a speed artist. Oh yeah, that's right. Ugh. Okay, I didn't really keep detailed notes on the aliens, but I did get their species names. We got the Loxoni, the Dorlan, the Zongtrakar, the Kryn, the Sorolans, the Sar, and the Unwa. And we have all of our evidence. Let's watch.
Okay, this cartridge is the final piece you'll need to build a time machine. You should also have the Da Vinci Codex, which contains various formulae, the sculpture which morphs into a schematic diagram, and the medieval sword which holds the energy focusing element. This cartridge contains all existing notes, plans, and diagrams on the construction of the neutrino matrix accelerator, the time machine's power source. You'll be able to recreate the accelerator from these notes. By using the formulae, schematics, and focusing element to control the accelerator and harness its power, you'll be able to turn it into a functioning time machine. The information on this cartridge has been arranged in chronological order, starting with the building of the accelerator's framework, and following the process of its construction through to the final product. Good luck. And may
Sorry to interrupt, Gage, but I need that back.
Was that a real Agent 3?
Oh, good, you're awake. Don't bother trying to move, your suit's disabled. I've got you hooked up to the jumpsuit maintenance frame. Well, it took me a while, but I finally figured out how you did it. I remembered that Agent 8 told me that when you broke house arrest, he found you back in your old apartment, without your suit. So that was the Gage that I know. And he jumped back into the past to enlist your help, right? Because he knew that he was being watched. You certainly are resourceful, aren't you? I didn't even know that that was possible. Just when I thought I had you under my control, you go and pull something like this on me. While you were unconscious, I looked at your evidence biochip. That's some pretty incriminating stuff. Looks like I've got no choice. I'm gonna have to erase it and, mind wipe you. Well, at least you won't remember how painful it was. In fact, when you wake up back in your apartment in the year 2319, you won't remember that any of this ever happened. Or, will happen, I guess. Well, first, I've got to send back the Environ cart that you stole from me. Well, despite your best efforts, humans are no longer the only beings capable of time travel. It's for the better, Gage, believe me. We can't We just can't be trusted with such a powerful tool. Human nature would eventually drive us to use it for the wrong reasons. And if we're not the only ones with the technology, maybe we won't be as tempted to misuse it. My contact promised me that it would be given to every race of the symbiotree that wants it.
Uh-oh, Gage, this doesn't look good. The jump controls are locked out and she's got you completely immobilized. While you were taking a commercial break, she hooked us up to this thing. She's been downloading stuff from your biochips ever since. She hasn't discovered me yet, but I'm afraid it's just a matter of time. I keep trying to sneak a peek down the data stream, but I'm afraid I'm gonna stand out like a rat in a garden hose. Hey, that was pretty good. Anyway, I'll keep trying.
You probably think that I'm ill, that I'm insane. I really can't blame you. I mean, no one from our generation has ever seen how aggressive we can really be. Or the generation before us, for that matter. Or the ones before that. But every single one of my historical research missions involved studying war. I've been to the Nazi death camps and Hiroshima. I've seen the terrorist massacres. I've lived it. I know. You can't possibly imagine the horror of seeing a bustling city of thousands vaporized by a nuclear firestorm, or a crowd of people shredded into bloody ribbons by a single shrapnel bomb, as you watch, helpless. But that's what happens when we feel the need to bare our teeth. It's human nature, and it's not something that just a couple of 100 years can erase. Look around you. Do you know what this place is? It's a missile silo. Well, a few centuries ago, there were tens of thousands of these, and each one contained a nuclear missile powerful enough to obliterate an entire sector. That's enough to destroy the world 50 times over. Yet just 3 centuries later, even before the physical reminders are gone, we're claiming that we've matured into a peaceful race of beings. How can we be that naive?
That's it! She just hooked up the pipeline I needed. I'm gonna swim up and see if I can stop her.
You probably figured out that I was the one that rigged the security grid. I had to be able to get the things I needed from the Pegasus warehouse without being seen. But when you started asking around about the mistake in the grid, well, I mean the future you, that is, I had to change my plans. So, instead of just sending the information to my contact, I came up with the idea of hiding it in historical artifacts. Artifacts from your research dates that were also slated for sale at the Louvre art auction. That way, all I had to do was tell my contact which items to buy, and the transaction was nearly impossible to trace. And if anyone started digging around because of what they saw, well, they'd discover the ripples and come straight back to you. I even found some valuable trinkets to plant in your locker if that happened. Just that one simple move would give you a motive and the court a scapegoat. But, I didn't want to have to do it. I never thought for a second that someone might accidentally discover the ripples. I mean, how often do we do manual scans? Someone must have been bored out of their minds that day. I'm sorry, Gage. I really am. If I could be the one that was arrested, if I could take responsibility for my actions, I would in a second, believe me. I had no choice. I don't want to do this to you, but if I don't, it will all have been for nothing. If they find out how the technology was spread, they'll be able to keep it from ever happening. That's the problem with time travel. Nothing's ever safe. That's why I had to do it. I had to even the playing field, even a little. I'm sorry if I'm making you an unwilling martyr to my cause, but that's just the way it's gotta be. Please understand. Why am I even bothering with this? You're not gonna remember any of this anyway.
control through the neural link into her suit. We can create a virus and shut the whole thing down. Just need to get into it. There's a password, Gage. I need a password. What do you know about Michelle? I'm setting up an interface link for you. I need a password. We've both got instant Alzheimer's. See what you can dig up. Hurry!
Nope. Anything here we can use? But even so, how do we...
We're running out of options here. I need that password now.
Even so, how would we convey it to him?
Hobbies, power tools, types of cheeses, something personal.
Oh, hello. Great.
That's it! We're in! Only there's one thing I didn't tell you, Gage. You're gonna have to do the rest without me. I'm the virus. Thanks for the adventure. I'll see you on the other side.
What's going on? What did you do? What did you do?
That was clumsy of her. How about a quick save? I don't know. No. This is our chair. It looks nice. And Arthur was talking pretty self-sacrificially there. What are we seeing? Is this just all Agent 3's special base? Gravis plasma tools. Our biochip is blank again. We're Arthurless. We haven't felt like this in... Gosh, we haven't felt like this since we were on Windows 10. Is this our new dunny? The main thing that was stopping me from providing the password was that I didn't see the interface or understand that I could type into it. Glad I eventually caught that. It is awfully quiet. What are we doing here? We're looking for this, perhaps? Reactor core. Well, that's as good as anything, I guess. Unless this is like the final choice where we can pick one thing or another. So far, it's all we have found. Burned out core. This is the burned out core of a cold fusion generator. It is emitting non-lethal amounts of gamma radiation. Warning, the generator core will interfere with transport beams if not stored in your null time pocket. Okay, well, since it's there, can we now transport? Can we just jump out? Do we still have our jumping biochip? No, it's gone too. We do still have an explosive charge and a single. Oh, this is the same shape as the... Oh, I see. We could have listened to it at any time. To relax. Think of how much we could have relaxed. Not having depth perception is a bit of a hindrance. No offense to any people lacking depth perception out there. I like relaxing. Some people do, I mean. It's rather difficult to tell what anything is. Is this a photo? Tom, I probably relaxed too much. With a chair like you have, I don't know if I can blame you. I'm open to suggestions, folks. Can we just get back in our chair and snuggle in and take a nap? We've been working for a while here. There's where we got our reactor core. What do we do with this thing? Can we put it back? Can we unburn it? Non-lethal amounts of gamma radiation. What does that mean? Can we use it for something? Do we want to interfere with transport beams? Do we need a cold fusion generator? Burned letter, burned out core, you name it. Everything's burned. We could blow up anything. But we have no reason to blow this place up, do we? That looks like an input panel or something. I wondered if we could put it back in time to stop it, but no jump chip. Right. We are confined to this room, effectively. This fairly small room. So we're in a corner here. And now we are in a place where we can only walk in two directions. Thank you for celebrating. Okay, so now we can walk back this way, or we can go this way. And now we can walk that way. Okay, so this is like a... This is like a Z shape. Something else here. Ah. Not a chair. Is that our suit? Was that our open suit sitting behind us? I guess we're not going into this. Look, there it is, still there again, even though we took it. Another one of those. This game does have a few of those, doesn't it? Well, I guess we have no choice but to put the non-burned out core back in the fusion reactor. Or so it would seem. If there's something else that's hidden that we can do, then it's not apparent to me. I think we're wearing our suit because we still have the interface around us and our feet still clunk on the ground. I think this is just a place where you put someone in a suit to keep them. I wonder why the one was burned out. Yes, right. Here we are. Let's core it up. Let's core this apple. Happy 0 hour. Seems like we're back in business. Did Agent 3 burn the place out doing whatever it was she was trying to do just now? Okay, the thing is alive. Is Arthur still alive somewhere? He sure didn't sound like he thought he would be. Is there something here we can now use because things are operational? Still not sure what this is. We've got plans. Ah. A news update? We can review everything. Okay. That tells me there might be something else coming up. I saw a sticky note. Is that... was that an incidental comment, Celtic, or is it you think that something can be interacted with? Seems like it's where she sleeps. That's a very smart password. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, we can look at that note on the left too, you're right. It's even yellow. Site, Klegman radiation, voice 11 kilohertz. That describes one of the alien species. 11 kilohertz is high. But it's not connected with anything else. So we can combine that with this to get a certain alien species. To identify one, but who knows to what end. Alright, we did just save. I'm assuming we're pretty close. If we start up again next time, then we can probably beat the game, I'm guessing. And we could go on and kind of rush through it and pull through it and be kind of tired, which I certainly am, but I think I'd like to do it on our own terms. So I think we'll cut it off there.